Obviously, you know, Papua New Guinea, being the only country in the world where rugby league is a national sport, it's very important that we get it right. You know, it's been a long time since the last World Cup, and we had a pretty tough pool in that last one, but we felt that we stood up. They come close to beating England in game one, and there's been some great memories from that now, and we've been building all the way through to this one now, and we're excited about what lays ahead. I've been stumbling on good hearts turned to stone. I was fortunate enough to play at Wigan for 5 years, and I had a pretty good idea of what the facilities are like, but we're here to make sure that we give ourselves the best opportunity to know what our surroundings are, and to try and control the variables such as the ground and whatnot, and work out where our facilities are that we're staying, where we're playing, where we're going to train, where we're going to do the gym. And also we're going around to as many clubs as we can to try and improve ourselves, see if there's anything that we may have missed, or that you know, can improve us or me as a coach and at the team's players. The Calvary stayed home. There ain't no one. Traditionally, we've always struggled to travel away and play well. At home, we can just about beat anyone, and we know that. And part of this high performance program is to bring. We're really focusing this year on developing our resident players, because we feel that we're probably the #1 country in the world that's represented with our more local juniors than anyone, or more local players, I should say, playing in the local competition, in the Digital Cup. So our focus this year is to skill them up to a level that we feel they haven't been before. We know that they're tough, and that's the great thing. What underpins our country and our rugby league in Papua New Guinea is a couple of things. One is the toughness, the genuine toughness that's inside of these players week in, week out. And also the ability to play flamboyant football, so the ability to be, they're very skillful. So what we've got to build around them is some platforms to what we're understanding, what we're finding out through this high performance program is that we're trying to get their fitness to another new level that they haven't been before, and also just educate them on the other things away from rugby league, such as diet, health, choices, just all that to make them better people. We feel that's an area that if we can get right off the field, we can certainly improve on. This means the world to them, and that these local players out of Papua New Guinea are treated like gods, and they have nothing else really in the country there apart from each other and rugby league. It's important that we give our best performance. What the end result is important, but it's not the be-all end-all. We feel that we've just got to give ourselves the best opportunity there to perform. I know in the 2000 World Cup, it was the first time ever any Papua New Guinea sporting team had made the quarterfinals of a World Cup in any sport. And when the players went back home, I was fortunate enough to be captain. We got a great reception there. There was thousands and thousands of people lining the streets, and that's how important it is to Papua New Guinea. And you know, we know that coming over here, we're flying our flag and we're representing our country, and there's no prouder moment in sport and in rugby league to be in a World Cup. We're worried that the last time we came in '95, where I played as well, I think we lost 5 or 6 players to the northern part of England, which is fantastic. This is exactly what we're about. Not only performing World Cup, but also giving players an opportunity to find a different lifestyle and different life for themselves and their families back in Papua New Guinea. I know for a fact that we'll probably out of the squad of 22 players, I think between 12 and 14 of them will be local players in Papua New Guinea. I know half of those players, what I believe, are young and talented enough to make the NRL. And once these UK clubs see them, they'll be snapped up straight away. And you know, that's what we're about. That's what these World Cups are about. Playing to perform for your country, giving the people back home an opportunity to fly your flag overseas and to show your wares, but also an individual reward may exist at the end of it for some of these players that would never ever have the opportunity to not only leave the country for the first time, but also maybe live and work somewhere else as rugby league as their job. Where's the promise from sea to shining sea? I've got a rough idea. 17, not exactly yet, but probably around the 22 mark we've got, roughly. again, with our high performance program in Papua New Guinea, we've got a squad of 30 there at the moment. We've got to add to that with our Super League and NRL players. So we have what we call a PNG Origin game, which is our resident players play a PNG international team, and from that we'll pick the World Cup squad. We realise that it's a pretty tough pool. We had a pool in the 2008 World Cup, which was Australia, New Zealand and England, so at least we're not in that same situation. But you know, we know that the French are going to be hard. They play week in, week out in the Super League competition. We know Samoa are 90% of their squad will be filled with NRL players. And then again, New Zealand are the current world champions. So we know what lays ahead, we know what's tough, and that's why it was important to introduce this high performance program and bring Mal Meninga on board, because Mal's been so successful with Queensland. I felt as coach that I'd like someone like that on board to try and mould our team to take them to the next level as well. So we feel that we're giving ourselves the best opportunity to reach the quarterfinals. Who knows, time will tell, but you know, if we work hard enough, anything's achievable. As a coach, you know, I think with these World Cup tournaments, you've got to take it one at a time. You know, in the last World Cup, we went hard for England in game one. That was a target, and we just fell short there. But the players then found it hard to step up the next week. So it'll be a week-to-week proposition for us this time around. You know, again, the conditions are completely different to what we're used to in Papua New Guinea. We're focused on ourselves this year, and if we just take one game at a time, I think we'll be okay. I'm Adrian Lam. I'm the head coach of the Papua New Guinea Kumuls. I'll be there.